welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Rosie, and thank you so much for taking a moment out of your busy day to spend a few moments with me. So in today's video, we are going to be making this super sweet, just so adorable Christmas mini album ornament. This little keepsake is perfect for documenting several different things, and it'll come out every Christmas that you can just with joy place on your Christmas tree. So in today's project, we're going to be using Caredeo's A Very Merry Christmas. I've had this for quite a while. I just went into my stash and I knew that I didn't need a particular collection that I had a lot of items for, because this project itself is not that large, so I could get away with using a collection where I just had the 12 by 12 collection kit. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's work on the base. So first, what you're going to need are two pieces of chipboard that are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then another piece of chipboard that's 2 by 3 1/4. That's going to be for your covers and your spine. And then you're going to bring in a piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 11. And we're going to go ahead and place our chipboard down here. I've already placed my double-sided tape, so like always, I'm going to place down my spine first. So that's the chipboard that is 2 by 3 1/4, and I'm just going to place it right about, I've made myself a little mark about 1 inch here, just so that I know I'm giving myself 1 inch at the bottom. And then we're going to place our spine directly in the middle, okay? And then let's go ahead and put down our 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to place it maybe about 1/8 of an inch away from the spine. There's one, and then let's do the other one. Again, about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So once we have that down, then we just want to fold over carefully, fold over the edges. All 4 sides. And then we're going to do some miter cutting. Okay, so let's go ahead and just miter our corners on all 4 sides. Okay, so I've placed my double-sided tape on all 4 sides. Now let's get rid of the paper backing. Now let's go ahead and just bring up the sides. I always start in the middle. And then here, let's just make sure our corners are kind of in, and then bring it over. Okay, let's do the same thing to the other side. Let's pinch in the corners and then fold over. Okay, now let's go ahead where we have our space in between the cover and the spine. Just lightly kind of reinforce that gusset. There we go. Okay, so now the base structure is done. Okay, so next for the hinge, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 7 3/4, and we are going to be making 6 signatures, so 6 pages. So that's kind of what we need to do. Let me go and tell you which score marks we are going to be making. So place your card in on the 7 3/4 inch side, and then we're going to score at 3/4, 1, 1 3/8, 1 3/4, 2, 2 3/8, 2 3/4, 3, 3 3/8, 3 3/4, 4, 4 3/8, 4 3/4, 5, 5 3/8, 5 3/4, 6, 6 3/8, 6 3/4, and 7. So those are the score marks that you need to do. Now let's go ahead and fold our score marks, just to let you know that I have left 3/4 of an inch of space on both the left and right hand side. The gussets are 1/4 inch, and each signature page is 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our score marks done. Let me get my bone folder. Front and back. Leave me a comment down below. Does making hinges kind of confuse you, or you're not quite sure, or would you like information to know how you kind of figure out what size gusset in page hinge you need? If so, leave me a comment down below and I can make a video just strictly on hinges, how they work, how you want to kind of figure out what size you need for the project that you are working on. Okay, so now we have all 6. Do that one a little bit better here. So you have something that looks like this. Now what you want to do is fold it over, and you're going to place some adhesive on a 3/8 page. So on one of the 3/8, we're going to place adhesive and then just fold it over on top of itself. That just made our first page. Do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and remove all my paper backing on all 6 page hinges. So I'm just going to fold over on top of itself. So I'm just taking 1 3/8 score and placing it on top of the next one. Like that, and like that. Okay. Super simple once you kind of get the feel for how they work. Okay. Now, let me just fold these back a little bit. Okay, so now you have something that looks like this. Now we need to add our double-sided tape all over this so we can place it down on our album. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've added double-sided tape to everything. Now, let's go ahead and let's angle cut our page hinges. So all I'm going to do is very lightly, I'm just going to angle cut each end of a hinge. So let's see, can I show you like that? So you see how I've just very minimally did an angle cut. So let's go ahead and do that for all 6 pages. So now your hinges should look like this. Let's see. You see it angled? Okay. Okay, so we need to place our hinge down on our base. And what I did was I just made myself a little pencil mark so that I know that when I place it down, I'm placing it down straight. So let me just get all of my page hinges to stand up, and then I just want to make sure that I am within the spine. Make sure it's down and well placed on there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove my little mark. Okay, so now let's go ahead and bring in some cardstock so that we can line the inside. So what you're going to need are 2 pieces that are 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then let's go ahead and add double-sided tape. I've already done that. I've taken off the paper backing. And then let's go ahead and just place it right on our album, making sure that it is straight. Okay, there's one. And then let's do the same thing to the opposite side. Okay, so now our mini album structure is completed. Okay, so the structure is ready. Let's start working on our pages. Okay, next we're gonna work on the pages, and I thought it might be fun to have different colors. So we have 6 signatures or 6 pages, and I'm gonna do 3 in green, 3 in red, just to kind of give it like a different kind of look. So what we're gonna need are 3 of each color, 6 total, that measure 3 5/8 by 3, and then another 6, 3 of each color, that are 2 7/8 by 3, okay? So let's go ahead and work on the larger ones, the ones that are 3 5/8. Let's go ahead and put it into our scoreboard, and we're gonna score at 3/8 and at 3 1/4. So that's all of the scoring that needs to be done for our pages. And then what we're going to do is we are going to fold on the crease marks and then add our adhesive tape. And then let's go ahead and just reveal just a little bit of the tape. Now I'm going to take one of my other pages and I'm just going to lay it right on top, just like that. And you can hold it with your fingers to make sure that it's staying straight, and then we'll remove the paper backing from the other side, and done. There is our page. Okay, let's do one more. So I'm folding on the crease marks. I've added my double-sided tape. I'm going to remove a little bit of the paper backing and then bring in one of our 3 by 2 7/8 just to make sure here. I'm going to use my fingers to make sure it's aligned and pull the tape. See how easy that is when we're able to release just a little bit of the paper backing at the beginning, and there we go. So now we have our pages. So go ahead and do that to all 6. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our designer series paper, our scrapbook paper, to the pages. So what you're going to need are 12 pieces that are 2 7/8 wide by 2 3/4 inches in height. And let's go ahead and just add that down. Try to get that as even as possible. Okay, and then let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So there's one page. Let's do another page. Do these pages together. Oh, I gotta do my nails. For some reason, my nails just do not want to stay nice. Do you guys have any issues with that at all? I don't know if it's just me, but my cuticle health is not good, guys. Not good. Okay. So there we have it. Now let's go ahead and do the remaining 4 pages. Okay, so now we have all of our 6 pages decorated. Now at this point, if you want to do any flips, let me tell you what you're going to need. Okay, so if you want to add a flip to each page, let me just show you. So we have our opening here. We would add a flip to the side, and you're going to need 6 pieces of card, 1 flip for each page, that are 2 5/8 by 3. And on the 3-inch side, you're just going to score at 3/8 of an inch on all 6. Now I decided to round my corners just so that it gives it a little bit more of a finished look. Let me show you here. And I purposely made it a little bit less wide than the page, just so that it's easier to flip open and closed. So let's go ahead and fold. Now you want to add your adhesive not to this side, but rather to the inside, because when we attach it to the page, we're going to have it attach to this page here like this. Okay, to add scrapbook paper, what you're going to need are 12 pieces that are 2 3/8 by 2 1/2. And again, you want to make sure that if you have a pattern, that you're rounding the corners in the right spot. So I've already added my double-sided tape, and let's go ahead and just add it. Okay, and then we'll open it, and let's go ahead and add this to the back side. So again, just being mindful, if you have a pattern, that it's rounding the corners on the right side, and just kind of get it centered. Okay, that looks good, and press down. Okay, so now when you're looking at it, it opens like this. Okay, all right, do that to all 6 of our pages. Now let's go ahead and make some pockets for the back side of our pages. So here's our page, right? We have our flip, it's all decorated. Now let's do a pocket. So for the pocket, what you're going to need is a piece of cardstock that is 3 3/8 by 1 3/4. And I scored at 1 1/4 on all 3 sides. Once I've done that, I just want to make sure that I angle cut the top and then miter corner the bottom. Okay, let's get rid of our garbage. I've added double-sided tape to 3 sides. And then for your scrapbook paper, what you're going to need is a piece of scrapbook paper that's 2 5/8 by 1 3/8. So we'll add that. Oop, got some adhesive showing. Okay. So now we can use a thumb notch. In my instance, I am just using a scallop circle punch that's 1 inch, just to give it a little notch. And then what we want to do is let's go ahead and get this placed down on our page. So I'm going to remove the paper backing from the bottom, fold over the sides, and then take off the paper backing from the sides. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, come on. They're so small. Okay, and then just make sure that we're kind of centered. Let's see, move it over just a little bit. Okay, so now we have a little pocket to the back of each page. All right, let's go ahead and do that to all 6 pages. Okay, so now we have our pockets on every page. Now, let's see here. I want to include some mini envelopes, so I used my We Are Memory Keepers mini envelope punch board, And I made myself 3 little mini envelopes. Let me tell you the sizes that I used in case you have a punch board and you want to kind of follow along, or you can just make your own envelopes and make it whatever size you want, if you even want one. But what I did was I went with the paper that we need is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8 with an initial score of 1 5/8. And I'm going to use vellum paper for my envelopes. So let's go ahead and get my envelope put together. Okay, let me remove the paper backing. Let's see here. I haven't used vellum in a little bit, so I thought it might be fun. Okay. So there we have it. Let's get rid of our garbage. Okay, so I've made my little envelopes. Like I said, I have 3, so I'm just gonna pick 3 envelopes that I can use. And let's see, do I want it? Oh, it might be cute to put on the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna place it on the inside of our flaps or flips. Okay, and then let's see here. Should I go at the very bottom? Yeah, let's do it at the very bottom because just to give us a little bit more room in case we want to place something a little bit taller in there. Okay, so there's 1, and I'll do 1 on every other one since we have 6 pages and I made 3 envelopes. So we'll place an envelope on every other page. So if you want to include inserts for the inside of the pockets right here, you're going to need 6 pieces of cardstock that are 2.5 by 2 5/8. And I have rounded the corners on one end and they'll just sit right in there. Okay, so now I want to create a few tags for the album. So you're going to need 6 pieces of card that are 2 5/8 by 3.5, and I am using my Dress My Craft 3-in-1 tag. So that's what I'm going to be using, although you can make it any way you want. And again, I did 3 of one color, 3 of another. Now, you can either place the tags in our pockets or you can place it in the side pocket. So it's really up to you where to place them. Alright guys, so that is everything as far as the structure. Now let's bring in our base and start putting everything together. Okay, so let's bring back in our base of the mini album, and what we're going to do is we are going to wrap around our album just like this. Okay, so instead of having a larger cover here, we're going to wrap the spine and part of the front and back covers. So what you're going to need is a piece that is 5 by 3 1/4, so 5 by the height of the album. I've already placed double-sided tape, and let's take off the paper backing. Okay. So now what I've done is I have made myself about 1 inch on the cover plus our spine plus 1 inch on the front, just to kind of give you an idea. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, for my sake, I am going to give myself a little notch so I know where I need to place it down. Make sure it's right side up. And then let's go ahead and place this down. So we want to make sure that we're getting it as even as possible. Okay, so there is our spine wrapped album. Now let's go ahead and line the inside left and right hand side of our covers. So to do that, you're going to need 2 pieces of scrapbook paper that are 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So let's go ahead. I'm looking for my adhesive. I love making these. Think about all the amazing gifts that you can do. Making sure that everything is facing the right way. Okay. So now it's a matter of placing our pages into our album. So let's go ahead and place our adhesive down on both sides of our hinges. Okay, now it's time to add our pages. So let's bring in all our finished pages, and I'm just gonna release here the paper backing to the first one. The first page alignment is really important because that's what's gonna make all of the rest of the pages align. So let's see, again, I'm just making sure that everything is directionally good. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure that it looks even. Okay. Let's go ahead and just make sure that it's well adhered. All right, let's go on to the next one. So the next page, I'm just taking off my paper backing. Okay. And let's go ahead and bring in our second page. Sure. Yeah, okay. So then what you want to do is bring up the first page, kind of center your second page. Once you know that is aligned well, let go of your first page and press down your second page. And we're going to do that for the rest of the pages. Okay, so there you have it. Our pages are all in there now. So now, if you want, you can add your little tags. Let's see, I did these by color. So let's do, you know what? Let's vary it, right? Let's do, instead of green on green, let's mix it up. Let's put a red with the green, a green with the red, and so on. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do was to make a hole, because I want to place an eyelet so that I have a place to hang my either string or a dangle. So I used a 3/16 hole using my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, and I just made my hole. Okay, now I'm going to be using gold eyelet here, so let's go ahead and just pop that in, and then I'm going to put my back on, and then let's go ahead and set it. Okay, awesome. Okay, perfect. So now we have our eyelet set. Beautiful. And now it's a matter of decorating. So let me decorate and then I'll come back. All right, guys, I'm done decorating the mini album. And oh my gosh, guys, every time I look at this, I just fall more in love with it. So let me show you what I've done. So on the cover, I found a couple of stickers that I placed onto some red cardstock and then lifted them both up using foam stickers, included 3 flowers there in a little cluster, used some cardstock stickers, and then these nice gold diamond cut chunky gems, flat back gems. That's the cover. And then on the spine, and then I found another cardstock sticker that I backed onto some red cardstock and then added that to the spine and included 2 larger flat back gems. Then I created my little eyelet using gold eyelets, and then I made this little dangle. So let me show you the dangle. All I did was I pulled a few different ribbons that I liked and just created a nice little flowy ribbon dangle. I included one of my snowman bells, added a little gold top tassel, and included a gold flower, so that all of that hanging down just looks so cute. And every time I hear that little jingle, it just makes me happy. And then on the back, I'm going to undo my closure here. And then on the back, I have a cardstock sticker, and then layered additional cardstock stickers on top of each other. And for the closure, I just used regular red rickrack. I did not, as you can tell, I did not hot glue this down nor use tape. I just wanted it to be easy to tie and untie. So that's how I did that. So let's go ahead and take a peek inside. So when you're looking at the inside, let me just move this over a little bit. So when you're looking at the inside left-hand cover, I have a cardstock sticker that I backed onto some black cardstock. And then here is my first page. We have our flip. I just did another cardstock sticker and backed that onto black cardstock. Here I included a little vellum envelope, a little sticker here. Because these pages are smaller, I didn't want to place in certain areas. I didn't want to place anything that was too big, you know what I mean? Because I want to leave enough space to actually place photos. So there is that. We have 6 signatures, so for each page you have a side pocket. So I just included a photo mat and then added a little sticker. When you turn the page, you have a pocket, and then I've included a few things. So here is a little tag. Created this little tag and added a little sticker, and then used on all of the tags, I used gold eyelets and 2 different color seam binding. So I included that, and then a gold frame. Let's place that back. On the next page, I have another cardstock sticker, back that onto some black cardstock. Another cardstock sticker, another sticker here. We have our insert, and let's see here. And then we have on this side, we have another pocket with another sticker and additional items. Here's another tag with another photo mat. On the next page, we have another cardstock sticker. Look at how cute he looks. And then again, throughout, you'll notice that I backed all of the cardstock stickers on top of cardstock. Here's another vellum little envelope, added a little sticker there and another tag. On this page, because the scene was absolutely beautiful as is, I just included a sentiment. We have our middle pocket with a little sticker. And then on the back side, we have our pocket, a little sticker, and a sentiment. And then we have our tag and our photo mat. Here's the next page, just included a little cardstock sticker and a couple of sentiments. Here is our side pocket. And again, we have our tag and photo mat. included this little cardstock sticker. Isn't that so adorable? Oh, I get so excited for Christmas. Here's the next page with another cardstock sticker. Here's another vellum envelope with a little tag. And then on the top here included this pretty cardstock sticker. And then here is another sticker. And then on the side here, we have another photo mat and another tag and photo mat. And here's the last page. Look at how cute. Look at this, how adorable. Here's another photo mat on the side. And again, we have a tag and a photo mat. Now on the back, I just created a tuck spot with this cardstock sticker, and then I backed that onto some red cardstock and then just made it a tuck spot so that I can include additional items. Here I just have another tag. Here is a banner. So there is the little mini album ornament. All right, guys, what do you all think? Oh, I think it came out so cute. Now, honestly, you can use this little mini album for so many different reasons. Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking if you want to give it as a gift to a grandparent, you can have pictures of the grandparents with their grandchildren on here, and you can place the year. Another way that you could use this is for baby's first Christmas. You can have pictures of the baby throughout all of the mini album, kind of reflecting the baby's first Christmas. Or perhaps a couple is engaged or they just got married. You can include tons of pictures and journaling about their first year as Mr. and Mrs. I mean, honestly, you can do this for so many different reasons. The possibilities truly are endless, and that's why I love doing things like this, because honestly, it can be tailored for so many different reasons. Now, this mini album has 24 pages, 12 pockets, which include 6 side pockets and 6 regular pockets. There are 12 photo mats that are double-sided, peppered throughout. So honestly, there is an awful lot of room to add pictures and journaling if that's what you want to do. And what better way, honestly, than to hang this on your Christmas tree or the person's Christmas tree and just pull this out every year and kind of thumb through it and kind of be reminded of those special moments and memories that were made. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, guys, thank you so much. Your support goes an awful long way in helping my little channel out. All right, guys, until the next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep it creative.